Hello, and welcome to the next week's daily forecast. We are going to analyze the upcoming week's price action in the gold market. First, I would like to show you what happened in the last week, especially on Friday. We saw a strong bearish movement in the market. We expected that move, and we also mentioned it in the daily forecast we released on Friday morning. We talked about the sell zone, and at that moment, the price was inside that area. You can also see two fair value gaps formed consecutively, which were related to the sell orders I placed on that day. The first sell order was executed after the price touched the first fair value gap. In the 15-minute chart, after that 1-hour bearish candle formed, another fair value gap appeared. The price then retraced into that gap with a bullish 15-minute candle. I entered the market after the price broke down through the bearish wick. At that time, I gained over 140 pips. In the London session, later, the price created another fair value gap and returned to that level. I entered the market again during the bearish breakdown. You can see that the price touched the fair value gap with a perfect setup, a bullish candle with a long wick. After that, the market rejected with a bearish candle and started dropping. However, we did not enter immediately. We waited until the price retested the 150 EMA on the 15-minute chart. Then we entered the market after the breakdown of the first bearish candle's low. That move was very strong, and we earned over 1,000 pips from that order. This is why our predictions are important. They help you get the correct idea and enter the market with confidence. Breakdowns and fair value gaps are extremely important tools to avoid unnecessary losses. Now, let's move to the weekly chart and check what we can expect in the upcoming week. On the weekly chart, the price is at the top of the channel, and we still cannot see any internal or downward movement inside the structure. Last week formed a bullish candle, but it shows rejection, mainly liquidity grabbing. Therefore, we can expect some downward movement during the early part of the upcoming week. I expect the price to move into the buy zone before pushing upward. Next, let's analyze the daily chart. In the daily chart, you can clearly see the price reached the fair value gap created during a previous bearish move. We mentioned this in the last couple of weekly forecasts. We were expecting the price to fill that fair value gap, and it happened during the last few days. Now that the fair value gap is filled, we need to determine what we can expect for the upcoming week. You can see another fair value gap created by the recent bullish movement, and the price is currently touching that area. This is a very important level. If the price rejects upward after filling this fair value gap, especially on Monday, we can expect further upward movement because there is more imbalance left in the 4-hour chart. Therefore, if the price rejects and moves upward after filling the fair value gap, we can expect additional bullish movement. On the other hand, if the price breaks below the 20 EMA and breaks down through that fair value gap, then we can expect further downward movement toward the buy zone. That buy zone is extremely important to me, so my expectation is that the price may come down to the buy zone before pushing upward. The fair value gap is also very important, and Monday will be a key day. If the price breaks below the fair value gap and closes below it, we can start selling without hesitation until the price reaches the buy zone and the 50 EMA area. On the other hand, if the price moves upward and breaks above the fair value gap created last week, then we can buy gold until it reaches the sell zone. These are the main expectations for tomorrow. Please subscribe and like our videos. You can see more details and the best buying and selling zones in tomorrow morning's daily forecast. Thank you very much for joining our weekly forecast today.